10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Seconds remaining. Dire team pick.
Puck!
Middle of the pack at the moment, but I mean the scores don't represent it at all. So, you know, score-wise, you would expect Infinity to take this relatively easily, but
5 seconds.
I'm hoping Crewmates can put up a little bit of a fight. And it's probably worth mentioning as well, Game 1 is on Peru server, Game 2 is on Brazil server, and then if it goes to Game 3, then they have a coin flip to decide. Because Crewmates are from Brazil.
Radiant team
Inverse are from... Infinity are from Peru. Oh.
Dire team pick.
Okay. I am a big fan of the Shaker hero. I am, it's starting to be seen a lot more across every single region now because people have realized how busted it is.
Yeah.
And I think when you're able to get away with this Puck Shaker first two, when Nyx is banned and Bat Rider's banned, I think you're really happy.
5 seconds remaining.
It's such a strong opening, you know, you can flex the Puck between 2 and 3. See, I think Shaker, like 99% of the time, is going to be a 4, but I'm really hoping to see Infinity pick up something here that works well with the Grimstroke. Like these like Void Spirit or Ember kind of hero. Be quite nice.
Love me a Void Spirit. I absolutely love this hero also. You know, it has lockdown for the Puck, so when she goes out of phase shift, you have that chance to catch her with the Aether. And not just this, it's such a great hero once it reaches level 6. Astral Step, I think it's one of the strongest spells. Like, once this hero reaches level 6, he can go for anyone, reach anyone, and just greatly initiate like level when he's a mid laner. It's absolutely amazing. When he's position 4, he has this great escape tool, great initiation tool as well, and can go in and provide the other cores that time for them to actually set up and initiate. He's just a great setup hero overall, and I absolutely love Void Spirit.
Yeah, I don't think it's too bad. Obviously, like we said, it works well with the Grimstroke, but not the best hero against Puck and Earthshaker. You know, sometimes you see this Void Spirit and you're like, oh my god, this guy's going to have like the most free, like most amazing game. It's going to be fantastic, but at least they have good lockdown to be able to try and pick him off.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes both ways. I'd like to see a Oracle ban, potentially, from Infinity. I think Oracle's one of the better heroes at dealing with Grimstroke, because it stops all the magic damage coming through. You can purge off Inkswell as well. But they might want, potentially, a hero that's not so reliant on save when you're against this like massive jump hero like the Void Spirit. So I can get behind a Lone Druid ban. Ooh. That's exciting. We don't really see that much Lone Druid anymore, unless it's like Secret or Liquid when I watch EU data, but it seems to be a forgotten hero right now.
Lone Druid.
10 seconds remaining.
Love him especially with... He can be a little bit cheeky sometimes with Agnim's on the bear, and it's one of those heroes which I think, like, you get yourself just a Mask of Madness and a Desolator or a Monkey King bar on the bear, even especially when the MKB is being nerfed these recent patches, you're still going to do a lot of damage, and that root is insane. What is it, 3 seconds root?
Mm-hmm.
It's nuts. But a nice pick coming out here. We've got ourselves a Tusk Snowball save, especially for that Dream Coil, which we've seen all before. And he'll be able to save his teammates from this Dream Coil. Now, especially you bring someone into the Snowball and just wrap them away. Go on, man.
How many times have we seen this now? Grimstroke Tusk support duo in games that we've cast together for South America? It's been
4 times.
Yeah, quite a few. It feels like almost maybe every game, you know.
Yeah.
So that's quite interesting. Oh my god! Yes.
Oh, they picked it. But it wasn't Infinity. It was Crewmates.
So I'll reveal my story now because it has meaning behind it at this point. I messaged the coach / drafter of Infinity, and I asked him why people weren't picking Keeper of the Light. And he said to me, I'll read for you what he said word for word.
5 seconds remaining.
It would be a better pick for us if we were more organized and a plan of objectives was respected, like in South America, he means. But here, the game is more about skill and Alaraco. It's a way of saying that it does not respect anything, and if you are the best, you must destroy everything. So I have full respect for that. It'll be interesting to see what they see as being the answer to this keeper, because I really like Crewmates draft so far. I think it's really strong. You have good wave clear from the Keeper Light and the Puck. You have good team fight from the Earthshaker and the Puck. Like, they need some damage output but they still have like their position 1 to pick up, which is nice. They have good catch. Like,
Radiant
I think they tick a lot of boxes for me at the moment.
Yeah.
Ooh,
an Ursa picked up there. That'll be nice, especially to take out the Will of Wisp if it ever comes about. And presuming this is Earthshaker 4 or Earthshaker off lane, Ursa, once he gets around about level 3, level 4, get 2 points into Earthshock and 2 points into Fury Swipes as well, will have that potential to push the Earthshaker off lane if he isn't bullied during the early levels.
I could see them putting the Puck to the 3 now against the Ursa. So like Puck 3, Shaker 4. Yeah. I really hope they pick their 1 now. I think it's more important.
Yeah, they did. And it's a Wraith King. We've seen all this before, haven't we? And it's a Wraith King. We've seen all this before, haven't we?
I think this is really good though, because if you look at Infinity Esports draft, it's kind of like we want to burst people down, take numbers advantage in fights. Like, there's not a huge amount of sustained damage throughout the fight. So the Wraith King's second life is going to come in really handy here. Almost be like the hero that sits at the front and tries to bait spells onto him, while the Puck Shaker and Keeper can kind of dance around the fight a little bit more to get their spells off. The Ursa pick's interesting though, because I think there is still some heroes in the pool that it doesn't do great in lane against, and I think Puck's one of the better ones. I was thinking, something like an Enigma potentially, or a Viper could be interesting for Crewmates.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, this is cool. I just really want Keeper of the Light to do well, and then I can message the guy and be like, "Well, you didn't show Keeper of the Light the respect. I warned you."
You love Keeper of the Light, don't you, Mo?
Yeah, the hero's really good.
I mean,
I would like to see them pick some kind of. Yeah, of course. I would like to see them pick some kind of like tempo hero though, that plays with the Keeper.
Okay.
So that they can like recall around and try and make fights happen, because I don't think Puck's that sort of hero. But I would say I like the Ursa pick as well, because the status resistance from the Enrage, if you get it off, is really good against the Shaker and the Puck. Like, if you snap coil when you have your ult on, the stun duration just doesn't last any time at all.
Yeah.
Which is very nice.
Dire team ban.
Bristleback ban. I mean, I guess it'd be hard for Ursa. I mean, it's hard to explain. Like, Ursa would be able to, like, maybe perhaps punish him in the early, but if it was, maybe perhaps lane swapped or something like that, or the fact that Bristleback did actually get a good lane, then I think it's just really hard for Ursa to try and take him down once he gets stronger and stronger, because all those Quill sprays are going to be dealing insane amount of damage to Ursa, and the more damage he does, the more chance that this Quill spray is going to be propped by the Bristleback.
Give me some Venom.
Oh, Shrek. Did you like this hero? I can't remember if you said you did. I think it was like a plus 5.
Position 5.
Yeah, position 5.
I think it's okay though, because they can flex the Puck and the Lesh between 2 and 3, depending on what Infinity last pick here.
10 seconds remaining.
I think you probably want to put the Puck against the Ursa, but I'm not 100% sure.
Remaining.
Yeah, obviously it is going to depend what they pick, but it gives them this hero that we talked about with the Keeper of the Light that can make aggressive moves. Obviously it works really well with the Chakra Magic as well. Which, yeah, this sounds pretty good. Like, if you go BOTs on Lesh as well, you can TP back to base, get recalled into the fight by the Keeper. So you can just get full mana again. It's a hero that threatens towers, which they kind of need.
Now select your heroes.
Okay, Underlord. I suppose that's quite nice against Wraith King. Like, you get yourself phase boots, and you just keep on proccing the Firestorm. Eventually, it actually forces away Wraith King to actually harass you once he picks up his phase boots.
So, Analog's the mid laner for Crewmates, right? So they're going to put the puck mid in the Lesh 3.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little bit worried that potentially Infinity decide to try lane at the start and just let the Underlord 1v1 a Wraithing Keeper with the Light. Or sorry, like 1 versus 2. Because I think if you slow down the Lesh's like early levels and progression with like a Grimstroke Tusk Ursa lane, which they can absolutely slay him, like 100-0.
Yeah.
But he might struggle if he comes back to lane and Ursa has like a little bit of a level advantage. I think they could even aggro try and then put the Underlord in a 1v1 against the Lesh, which wouldn't be too bad.
I mean, I can see that as well, because with Lesh, he's going to find it a lot harder to escape if they do find these, you know, great initiations on the Leshrac, especially slowed down by the Ursa, along with Tag Team also. Like, Tag Team, along with the Overpower on Ursa, is not going to be very nice to go against. And Puck, she would be able to just phase shift and lose Reorb away, like, from the Ice Shards, etc., whereas Leshrac, he has no forms of escape at all.
Yeah, I mean, he will have the Shaker to help him disengage with the Fissure, but yeah, it's still not easy to be able to escape that.
Yeah.
I prefer Crewmates draft, though. I think if they can get to the mid game without losing their lanes too hard, I think they should be really happy. But if they can like play around this Tusk and Ursa really well on Infinity, they have like really good early game aggression, especially with the Grimstrike Tusk that we've talked about in previous games.
Yeah.
This is probably one of the closer drafts we've had, I think, but we'll see. See how it plays out. It's not about the draft, it's about the play.
Yes, we shall, ladies and gentlemen. So we're coming in now for game 1. See how this goes. Infinity Esports versus Crewmates. Crewmates on the Radiant. Infinity Esports on the Diet. So we do have this Void Spirit flex second pick, like we usually speak about. Everyone loves to secure themselves the Void Spirit, or else it will end up in the ban pool, and then they'll be able to get that. So it will be Puck versus Void Spirit. And I think there'll be a lot of harassing on this lane. So this is a lane for middle that we do indeed want to watch out for, especially with all of the illusory orbs and the resonant pulses coming out back and forth. I don't know if either of them will consider purchasing infused raindrops on the lane at all.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think both of them should relatively early. I think Void Spirit does a little bit better in this lane. You have slightly better damage to work with. But as the levels come through, obviously the puck should threaten the Void Spirit a little bit more, especially with a potential Shaker rotation. So,
yeah,
interested to see what skill build the puck goes for as well. Whether we get like more points in Waning Rift or the longer silence duration potentially. We shall see.
She's gone first level illusory orb. I suppose that's
you always go the orb. I think at level 1. But...
yeah. So it looks like it's going to be no skirmishes for the Bounty Runes. And both teams going to be able to easily pick themselves up about 2 Bounty Runes each. No problem there. And Tusk is actually going to start bottom with Underlord here. Whereas Grimstroke is heading top.
They're not doing this whole tri-lane thing that we talked about.
Yeah.
They're just going to run dual lanes for now. If they can give the Underlord a relatively decent start, though, I think the Tusk will leave him early on. Because I don't think you want to give this Lesh too good of a time, which is the hero that they want to be playing around on the Radiant, to take towers and things.
So let's see how things are going to go mid. Already both of them harassing each other out. And Puck's going to have that upper hand, considering she has a very nice base damage, along with the attack animation starting the early game. Absolutely love to harass people with Puck.
Yeah, you get the free Stout Shield, though, effectively on the Void Spirit, right, with being a melee hero. So
yeah.
You should be fine.
Be good. And Earthshaker actually getting pushed away here by level 1 Stroke of Fate already. He's half HP, and he doesn't have any regen to his name. He's only got brown boots.
He don't have regen coming out on the courier, though. Oh, he hasn't actually... He's got a Clarity and a Sentry coming out. That's interesting.
Oh, okay.
I like that the Dire side are pushing the lane out, though. I don't think you want to get the Radiant... Let the Radiant get their level 2 first. Otherwise, the Ursa's kind of like going to start struggling to farm under his power and things.
Yeah.
You want to try and upset the lane equilibrium a little bit. Good D-ward from the Cottle as well, and blocks the small camp. It always surprises me when people block small camps with Observer wards, because they never last long.
And, and we've got actually Puck, who has decided to go and finish a null talisman instead of getting a bottle. I'm not too sure if that was the right choice here, because both of them are taking some big harass damage. Void Spirit's about to get his bottle also. He's just around about, what, 40 gold off that now? Can't remember how much bottle costs again. I think it's 660, right? Oh, illusory orb forward. Secure that range.
It used to be. It used to be
660.
625 now. You're close.
Oh, I thought it was 620 then.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. The Illuminate dealing a lot of damage to the Tusk. He doesn't have any regen to his name either, though he has purchased himself a healing salve. That'll be coming quite soon on the courier. Just got to take a little bit of time as his courier's not back at that base yet to bring it to him.
Dire's middle tower is
I think this top lane's going a little bit better for Infinity than it should, though, with the Ursa and the Grimstroke. I feel like Ursa hasn't really been pressured at all yet, but unless she gets to like level 3 or so, hopefully that will change for Crewmates.
Yeah.
I think if you give this Ursa a free time like this, then something's gone wrong in this lane, effectively.
The bad thing is for Puck right now, she's had to buy herself tangos, she's had to buy herself even mangoes as well to keep up with the harassment and creep securing. Like, she's having to use a Waning Rift and the Illusory Orb. She hasn't even put 1 level into Phase Shift yet. 2 points into Silence, 2 points into Illusory Orb. Interesting to see that she hasn't leveled the Phase Shift there to dodge some spells.
Yeah, it tends to be pretty normal, like pre-level 6 most of the time, unless you're in like a range-to-range matchup.
Oh, okay.
You know, so if you're playing like against Invoker, potentially, you would go for a point of Phase Shift, or like Viper or something. But against these melee heroes, you want to be able to dish out as much damage as you can at that level 6 mark for kill potential.
Yeah. Oh, there's some action happening on top. Inkswell connecting there onto Leshrac along with the Stroke of Fate. Is he going to be able to TP out? Yes, he is. No TP cancel there. Easy TP out there for Hijack.
First blood.
Oh, but a first blood bottom.
First blood. Now who wants to be
Actually being able to take out the Wraith King.
This lane used to be really good for the Keeper of the Light against the Tusk when you used to have Blinding Light as like a standalone ability, right? But now it's part of the ult. They don't really have any great ways of stopping them from dealing damage to Underlord with the tag team.
Yeah. And they stole the action rune there from the Void Spirit. Oh, and actually locked him in there with the Fissure, though he does have himself Dissimilate. So he is able to avoid that Fissure and get back to his tower without being trapped in between the Fissure and the wall. Thank God he leveled that Dissimilate.
Oh, he went back for Phase Shift on Puck. What?
Oh.
I don't think I've ever seen this.
2-2-1.
Interesting.
And I do like this pickup, like, on Wraith King, that he's decided, yeah, I'm going to go first item chainmail here, and in my phase boots as well, because when Underlord's just farming up on these creeps, especially with his aura, he hits like a monster. Like, what is his damage like? It's only 80 right now, but it still pretty hurts, considering, like, Wraith King only has, what, like, 2-3 armor? Really hurts times. But speaking of potential deaths here, Leshrac, he's not... Oh, he's just able to heal up with the bottle, comes in with the stun. But it's not early enough and will die to the Fury Swipes there of the Ursa, and he's been able to heal up now by the healing salve.
Yeah, and bot lane as well. The Keeper of the Light tried to push for the bounty rune, but unfortunately didn't get it. That point about the chainmail you're going to make before on the Wraith King as well, it's like tag team's physical damage as well, right? So it stops him taking so much of the threat.
Oh, and Void Spirit, he's been able to get level 6 now, so he's actually trying to initiate on Puck before he gets level 6. Though sees that Cottle has rotated here, so he is going to Astral Step away. And Puck still actually, I don't think he's going to get level 6 from this catapult here. Nope. Try and deny it, no. No, still no level 6, and we've got 3 of the Radiant rotated here right now. Just going to wait that level 6 for Puck.
If they had the level 6 heroes on the Puck, they would be able to kill. But...
Oh, they've got it now. Action Rune's going to spawn in a few more seconds. Who's it going to go for? Double Dream Coil there, along with the tag team. Also, oh, they bring back Puck there with the Aether Remnant, but a lovely Fissure there, blocking both Tusk and Void Spirit away from the Puck. Oh, but a double damage picked up there from Grimstroke. Maybe actually be able to kill the Puck. There goes the Inkswell and the right click. There we go. The position 5 taking down the mid lane.
Oh, and he got the courier as well. Oh, that's so much XP for the Grimstroke.
Oh,
like, it's almost level 4 now of like effectively solo killing a Puck within the XP range and things. So his game feels really good now.
Yeah, I mean, that's big for him. Like, he's got a nice chunk of gold there. He'll be able to pick up his brown boots already. So that's well deserved there from all the smashing happening on bottom. Though Wraith King doesn't have reincarnation, though the puck rotating in there with that illusory orb will find a kill there onto Underlord. Now they're going to try and pursue the Tusk, who's running into the trees, trying to juke around, and will avoid that Illuminate, but the Wraith Fire Blast coming out, slowing him down. Though Void Spirit is rotating in. Is it enough to save the Tusk? No, it's not. Tusk is going to fall. There's the Dissimulate coming out, trying to find the kill there onto Wraith King, though Wraith King might be able to get back, being bottled up right now by the puck, and the Astral Step into the trees to try and avoid the fight because he is running out of mana. The Illusory Orb coming out now. That's going to take down one of his infused raindrop charges, and he's not going to take much damage, but yeah, Coil in 3. But he to no avail. They won't find the kill. He's going to be able to get underneath his tower easy peasy.
I mean, this laning stage has gone so poorly for the Radiant side that I love that puck rotation in the first place, though, because what you're effectively trying to do is break up the laning stage.
Oh,
right?
They're going for her again. Snowball coming in. They're adamant they want this puck hard. Look, they're even committing tag team there. They're actually going to slow down the puck slightly, but the Waning Rift there helping her get back, but the Ice Shard's now blocking her in place. But she now has the Illusory Orb and will be able to get away. Don't suppose that's the right target to chase, Mr. Tusk. Especially with how evasive pucks are.
But look at the CS. Like, this Ursa's having just the most free game.
Oh, man.
Nobody on the Radiant side. Like, they're all the cores are sitting on the same amount of CS around this 35 mark, but at the 8-minute mark, that's not good.
No.
So, I mean, Lesh is just going to go back to the jungle for a little bit now and whatnot.
Look at him as well with his form. Like, he only has himself a bottle, wind lace, boots of speed. He's been harassed so hard. Like, that he's on his own with Ursa, and Ursa just keeps on diving underneath tower. And he can just regen up with the Ring of Health that he's early purchased for his Battle Fury. And he has no problems at all on this lane.
A good king makes hard decisions.
And now Wraith King still... Has he got still a point into reincarnation?
He's just
Still
holding the
keeping it,
skill
yeah.
point.
He's holding the skill
Yeah,
point. I couldn't count
when
then,
you play Wraith
6.
King, yeah, when you play Wraith King, it's really UK education. Yeah, when you play Wraith King, it's really important to hold your skill point because it has such a long cooldown at level 1 in 200 seconds that if you waste it unnecessarily, it feels awful.
Yeah.
So you wait to skill it when you really need it, like in that exact moment.
I suppose that's big brain. Oh, speaking of big brain, they're actually going to find themselves a Shrek will catch him in place with the Aether Remnant and the Tag Team doing its job.
Oh, good.
And he won't be able to survive, though he did get off a Split Earth before he died, but that won't be enough and will fall by the hands of Infinity.
Yeah, good snowball dodge on the Fisher by Pamplona. That was nice.
And
I think...
this Ursa's still stonking in farm. Look at him. He's going to get a Battle Fury really early here. He's getting his broadsword. He's got himself a Ring of Health. Just needs Claymore and Void Stone now.
Puck sees the stacks.
Oh, that's a big stack. Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
Oh, Void.
Ursa's going to come over.
Ursa's coming along. Oh my god, taking so much damage there. The Astral Step coming out along with the Dissimulate also. Oh, but slowed down.
It matters not to me.
Puck will fall. And this actually helps the Ursa slightly try and take these creeps, though. Half of them, I think, were killed by the Puck.
Yeah, I mean, Puck did a little bit there, but if you see the Dire Observer Ward in the river, they saw the Puck moving up the steps to go and look at the stacks and things. Because the Radiant see it with the ward they have on the high ground. But unfortunately, that ward they have didn't spot the Ursa coming over from the top side.
Oh.
I would have liked to have seen another hero go with the Puck to contest the stacks, to be honest.
Oh, and there we go now. Being swell. Coming out. Easy kill there onto the Cottle. Thinking hell.
And with this, with the Catapult Wave bot as well, they're starting to shove this top tier bot tier 1 in. And normally, the idea here would be for the Raging Carry to go and TP top to try and get a Reflect and like take the Dire top tier 1.
Yeah.
But they don't really seem to be doing that at the moment. And like this Radiant Tower bot is already just above half HP. Are they going to keep the tower alive? Yeah, they're going to
fortified
my impact.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So yeah, they're going to rotate the Puck up, try and make the trade. But now, the Dire are pushing mid tier 1 as well at the time. They're getting better trades on everything.
Dire's top tower is
I don't have follow-up for this Void Spirit either. Like, even Wraith King comes rotating in, but he's like, yeah, I can't do anything. And looks like he's trying to get himself a Radiance. You think they have enough space to get this Wraith King Radiance right now? Because look at Infinity. They've taken the middle tier 1 tower now. They've smoked up and they're going to pursue into this triangle. I don't know if this Radiance will do it. He's fairly expensive, like 5k gold, and they're actually going to find him. Reincarnation's on cooldown, though they are going to go for the Keeper of the Light instead. He will fall there from the Ink Swell. Void will pick up that kill.
The Leshrac just has no farm at the moment, right? To his name. Oh god, that's a... What was that on that courier? Oh, it was a Bazzi recipe. He's going for Veil.
Oh, Dream Core there onto the Tusk.
I don't know about this.
Puck maybe in some trouble there. She's going to get silenced up, though. Will be able to kill that Phantom's Embrace. Snowball coming out now onto Leshrac. Leshrac in trouble there, surrounded by 3 of Infinity, though Tusk getting very low there from the Illusory Orb, but nonetheless will find a kill there onto Leshrac. And Tusk will be able to keep out.
I mean, Ursa's still just been free farming away this whole time, and now finishes Battle Fury at 12 minutes into the game.
Puck as well. Puck's being caught in the Pits of Malice along with an Aether Remnant there. Oh, too much lockdown for this Puck now. Not able to lose Reorb away. It's another kill for Infinity Esports once again.
Yeah, and they just feel like more of a unit. Like, they're kind of playing the map so much better on Infinity, right? Like, the Radiant side, it comes across as like a little bit more disorganized, but after how the laning stage went, like, the Shaker doesn't really want to fight until he gets a blink. Like, the Leshrac doesn't even have his first item Mules yet at 13 minutes into the game. So he's kind of just wandering around. Yes, he had decent damage output with Edicts, but when there's just an Underlord sat at the front with a hood, they don't really care.
Yeah. He's about to get himself a pipe also. My god. That's going to really help with the Radiance burn also once like Wraith King decides to get his Radiance.
Like, they need to use this Keeper of the Light to try and set up for aggressive kills with the recall on the Spirit form. But
yeah.
The way that Infinity are playing at the moment is they're just grouping up, and while the Ursa farms, it's kind of like this 4 protect 1 in a sense. And they're just making space for the Ursa. And they're collapsing so quickly all over the map.
Top tower is under attack.
It's a D-ward on the high ground.
I mean, they're having absolutely free reign right now on Crewmates. Pop's still going to die in the mid lane. My gosh. Look at them, they're going bottom now for Puck. Puck going to try and lose Reorb into the tree. The Ice Shard's going to find it. She's actually trapped in between the tree there, but Infinity are not aware of that.
Middle tower is under attack.
This is not the ways that you want to be playing when you're Puck. You do not want to be hiding in your trees at 14 minutes. This is not usually the ways that you do see a Puck in your games.
No.
It's just Infinity. They've been able to take control of resources so hard with the fact that they've just been grouping up, like you said before, and rotating around, getting those really viable kills.
We should say that Cath's on the Shaker is 500 gold away from Blink. So when they get the Blink timing, they might be able to try and make a play.
Yeah.
Where to like play around the Echo Slam, maybe find a really nice kill on like the Void Spirit or the Tusk or something at the start of the fight. Try and take a numbers advantage, and then maybe you can get your damage out on the Lesh and the Puck when you have this big team fight to work around with the Echo Slam.
Yeah.
The Puck's trying to look for something down here around the Bounty Rune spawn.
She's actually going interest. She's going Veil. I mean, I guess that's great, because right now you're relying on a lot of magical damage to deal your burst. And Underlord, he's going himself a pipe, so he's going to be getting way more resistance against all of this magical damage that Crewmates are outputting. And this Veil is going to help them try and obtain themselves a kill. And they found themselves a Ursa, or better yet, as Ursa found themselves some kills. No, he hasn't. Whoa! Gets taken out there with the Dream Core and the Blinding Light, which actually stuns him in place by breaking that Dream Core. Then they find themselves a kill on the Ursa. And the tips coming out. Absolutely relentless. Leshrac's going to pay the price of tipping the Ursa. And
tip the other way. Tip the other way, guys.
Tip
Come on.
Way.
Can't lose the mental warfare game. That's more important than the result.
Oh, and speaking of that now, as you said, Earthshaker going to pick up his Blink Dagger now. So potentially we might see some cheeky plays from Crewmates. And he's getting himself a Smoke of Deceit as well. He's ready. He wants to find himself an opportunity right now. They've got themselves
honestly,
a Veil.
I'm kind of surprised this Ursa hasn't got BKB's second item instead of the SMY that he has queued up. Because I feel like they would hit this really strong timing around the BKB where they could just run at them relentlessly. Like Pipe on the Underlord, BKB on the Ursa, just Inks for the Ursa and send the bear in, you know?
Yeah. Maybe
I mean, the status resistance and the SMY isn't a bad item. I just thought this game in particular, BKB looked really nice.
Yeah, it totally is. I just thought that maybe perhaps they wanted to save BKB like after they got settled. Never mind, go. What am I speaking about? They're going to try and initiate onto Puck here. The silence comes out perfectly, landed on there, but a 4-man Echo Slam. But nonetheless, Earthshaker just gets wiped out from the face of the earth along with Puck. That won't be enough damage, and there's no follow-up here as there's only 2 people from Crewmates to output that damage there. And they'll just take them down easily and maybe find themselves a tier 2 tower.
Yeah, I mean, the 4-man Echo Slam's nice, but if there's no follow-up damage, it just doesn't mean anything. And now they find this Leshrac just farming alone.
Dodges the
I think they can fight.
Leshrac actually... More Void Spirit. They're just going to leave each other alone. Just a little skirmish. That's fine for me. Just pull themselves away. And they're still trying to take this tier 2 tower. So Earthshaker and Puck have now spawned back. And they will force out a glyph on this tier 2 tower right now.
And if they take this spot tier 2, they can then look to take the outpost before the 20-minute mark.
Yeah.
Only 9 more kills to go for Infinity, so we get the dream score.
They've got this perfectly warded as well. Like, they know when they come in for this outpost.
Like, yeah, Ursa has BKB queued up as well as the SMY, so I'm really interested to see which one he buys first here. Because I think he doesn't have to commit to the SMY necessarily. Like, and then could just go back for it afterwards.
But I do like the SNY purchase. Like, going back to what you said about maybe perhaps going in early BKB, maybe they feel right now that they can't pressure high ground as it is right now. So they want to maybe perhaps get themselves a bit safer, you know, get yourself some status resistance. Because if you build a BKB too early, then you're going to reduce those BKB charges to the point where it'll get to 5 seconds, you're like, BKB is not so strong enough anymore. So maybe perhaps it's good for that. Oh, okay, never mind. Now he's building the BKB now. What am I talking about? It's got himself Mithril Hammer and Ogre Axe coming right up. We'll be going that sanding after this soon.
We've talked about this. I will throw you under the bus at every single opportunity, so I didn't stop you from saying anything there in your whole SMY talk. You know,
it's perfectly fine.
Just for you to figure it out yourself, you know? Sometimes you gotta let it go.
Yeah. It's great. That's the only way you're gonna learn. You know, you gotta learn from your mistakes. I, for one, make plenty of mistakes. You know.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry.
We all do. We all do. I like that. I like that Infinity are playing top now. They need to try and hold the area around the Roche pit at this point with the Ursa. So, like, if they can get this BKB at a good timing, look to force a fight, they're gonna force these top towers in, and they're just grouping up as 5 and not allowing this Keeper of the Light to like find the pickoffs that it wants. This Wraith King has Radiance now, but they still can't fight into them because they're that far behind. And they need to glyph to keep this top tier 2 alive. Otherwise,
gonna go for Wraith King, gonna catch him there with the A for Remnant, dealing a lot of damage there, my god. Now the Snowball coming in along with the Warrior's Punch also, but the Fisher coming out. Is that perhaps enough to save Wraith King? Yes, it is! They may be able to find a revenge kill here onto the touch. Yes, they will. They'll catch the Grimstroke also in that Dream Core. He will fall. They'll find 2 on the side of Crewmates, and Infinity, they're gonna scatter. As Ursa going to TP away.
Straight into the pit? No.
I think they were maybe checking to see if the Roshan was like half HP because they were positioned slightly around the Roshan. So they thought, oh, maybe perhaps Ursa was trying to take the Roshan. Oh, never mind. They found themselves a maybe perhaps kill here. Ray Fire Blast coming out onto Underlord, and he'll be used up into the air. The Split Earth coming down. That's going to stun him in place. Wraith King trying to deal that damage. The Pit of Malice coming out. That's going to lock them in place for a short amount of time. Trying to run around the trees now. Going back in again. The Illusory Orb coming out, but he tries to TP away. But they will indeed find that kill there. The Shaker. Oh yeah, he's being caught by A for Remnant here. The Fisher, it will miss. He's going to try and TP out, but the damage from Void Spirit, it's too much. And he will fall there in return. And the tip coming out. Well played, Void Spirit.
So let's go back originally to these supports dying mid. I mean, it's a little bit gung-ho. Like, your cores are nowhere near you. This Underlord was pushing top tier 2. I think if you fight around the Underlord there with the heroes like that they have,
yeah,
they can just force the fight. But now with the Ursa BKB, they feel really strong. So you see, he walks into the pit. The other heroes come up and smoke behind, even though the Underlord's dead at the moment. And this Keeper of the Light is in trouble.
They're going forward. There's a Snowball there. Going to catch Castle. My god. KO in the air. And they just rotate themselves to Roshan. Now that Kotzl's down for 30 seconds with no buyback also, because he purchased himself the 4-staff recipe. Nurse just going to easily take himself to Roshan without any contest. Tries to jump out there with the earshot, but misses.
I'm glad you saw that as well, otherwise it would have sounded really stupid for me to just laugh. I do that all the time when I play Ursa. Like, trying to jump over cliffs and things, I always mess it up.
Yeah. It's not so good, especially when someone else is watching us. You're like, crap.
Thankfully, nobody watches my games, so it doesn't matter.
So what's the plan now for Infinity Esports? Well, they're grouping up, and with this Aegis, I preferably want to take myself a tier 2. They're going to do that, you know, they've got some vision here, which they'll be able to see the rotations between the tier 3 towers. So it's a nice place to push, and they can control themselves, this triangle also, especially with Aegis. Infinity Esports, they are strong. They are way stronger right now than Crewmates, especially with, you know, Costle. He doesn't even have Will of Wisp yet. He's decided to go himself a 4-staff. And just as we saw, even with Dreamcoil and Echo Slam, still unable to take out the side of Infinity. And they've only been able to kill their supports as of late.
Yeah, and you can't help but feel the Radiant lineup kind of falls off a little bit as the game goes on. Like this Void Spirit's going to get a BKB at some point. Oh, he's actually going Boots to Travel first, after the Axe, which is... okay.
Who's going Boots to
Not
Travel?
what I would have expected, but it's okay.
Oh, Void Spirit going Boots to Travel.
Yeah, sorry, I should have...
I didn't know that for a second. I clicked on Puck, I'm like, hey, I swear she has power traits. Because usually we do see Puck come out with Boots of Travel to try and rotate around the map and try to help out the waves and the lanes. But unfortunately for her, it was just like the strong rotations from Infinity Esports to the fact that, you know, no lane particularly won. In Infinity were at a strong point, and no way was a Puck rotation going to help in these potential pickoffs that Infinity did.
I mean, this Wraithing just can't get out on the map to farm. Like, you see, the Puck is the one that has to just go and split push lanes, but if this Wraithing's not farming, they're in trouble on the Team CM.
But I do like the Radiance, especially to give the evasion chance there.
Oh, bot lane?
Bot lane. Oh, yep, Snowball coming out here onto Earthshaker, and the Ice Shards also, but Tusk very low, but will be able to avoid the onslaught there from Lesh and Earthshaker. Now the Saltbind coming out along with the Pit of Malice, also the Inkswell will be connecting there onto the Earthshaker. Is Earthshaker going to be able to escape? Out comes the Fisher, though his Blink Dagger cancelled there. Oh, actually going to heal up a Blink out? No! No! Oh, the Ice Shards! Oh, Pamplona with
Wraith
the
King's
Ice
in trouble
Shards.
as well.
Wraith King's in trouble. My god, there's so much going on. Yeah, Ursa going to activate his BKB there. Dreamcoil coming out, but it won't connect because Puck does not have herself an Agnims. Oh no, Ursa, he is going to have to use his Enrage, but thanks to the Aether Remnant there, going to lock in place to a Shrek, and Ursa going to be able to escape. That was interesting to see.
I'm going to give the Analog the benefit of the doubt there and didn't see that Ursa had pressed BKB, because... yeah. That was pretty brave, assuming that was going to be able to control the Ursa.
To be honest, he was in the midst of the creep wave, and I think I may probably would have done the same thing. Like, you know, Infinity is so strong right now, you're bound to panic. Just go, whoa, press the spell, get the hell out. Oh, and Void Spirit gonna astral step forward twice with the Aether Remnant. In play. Yeah, he has no reincarnation. They just instantly take him out with the tag team. Goodbye, Wraithing.
Why is the Wraithing just standing on the low ground though? It's so unnecessary. Like, if he just stands on his high ground, right, then he's fine because they don't see him.
I mean, he's on his own as well. Like, everyone else is trying to split push out the waves.
Oh, they have... I didn't see it. The Dire have a ward that's just about to expire in the Radiant base. Well, they technically have two. One of them's about to expire.
They don't even know they're there, but they're just gonna head out for them.
Yeah, play around the bounty rune spawns.
So trying to look into the trees, find himself a kill opportunity, but Earthshaker, he's there. So maybe the courier might find him.
Oh, top lane.
No, he won't. But yeah, top lane. Puck being caught there by the Aether Remnant. Along with that Phantom's Embrace also just silenced up there by the Agnims also. Just an easy pick off there onto the Puck. No way you're going to be escaping that. Especially without a Yule Scepter.
Oh, no. He's got Basher on the Ursa. I mean, at some point the Radiant are going to have to try and take a fight, right? Yeah. And it's going to have to be on their high... Look, the Wraithing's doing the same thing again. He just started wandering down to the low ground.
He does have reincarnation,
He does, but... Oh, you got to be so careful.
And he has the halberd now, which is... Oh my god, gets an instant kill there onto Cottle by diving to tier 3 middle tower. Easy kill there. And that will force a buyback, though. Aegis is actually going to expire now onto the Ursa, so... You know, Puck's going to spawn back also. They have Dream Coil and Echo Slam. The Wraith Fire Blast is coming out now. Onto the Ursa. The Pit of Malice now going to lock both Wraith King and Leshrac in place, and the Enrage coming out now. Ursa trying to hold his ground, especially with the BKB and the Fury Swipe coming out, damaging this Wraith King. So now, Ursa going to want to get himself back because his BKB is coming off. Though the Snowball going to actually stun up the Tusk. Is able to get out? Oh! Yes, they will. Lovely Dark Rift there from Infinity before a disaster comes for their ass.
And what? Look at them. They just TP out and they're going to go again. They know there's no spells anymore. They're like, guys, we're running back down those lanes. Like,
no
right
Dream
now.
Coil, no Echo Slam. Perfect opportunity right now. Look at him. He's going. He's going. He's got himself boots. He is a fast boy right now. 425 movement speed. Oh, no, actually. Oh, never mind. They're not going to go for him.
Yeah, if you look at the bot tier 3 though, it's on 4 HP, like 1 hit away, right?
Oh
the tower, the cap up missed uphill on its last hit, so they didn't quite finish it off.
Oh,
unfortunately, for Dire's
what a
side.
shame.
But I like what Infinity are doing here. They've put a ward down on the high ground, and they're just holding the high ground area at the moment.
Yeah.
Around the Ancients, because they understand the second Roche is going to be the most important thing to come next.
And they're just going to clear this middle wave, whereas the rest, well, most of
Radiant's bottom tower has
Crew.
fallen.
Oh, he just he went in and finished the tower off.
Yeah, Crewmen
Dire's bottom tower is under
they're just going to try and push this tier 2. Like, they can't get out of their base. They are way too strong. Oh, and they just easily take this tier 3 tower. Now, all they've got
I
is
think you want to
Blinding
do
Light.
this.
We do have Dream Coil up and Echo Slam. It's on cooldown for another minute. This is time for Infinity to try and get themselves an objective. They're going to try and provide some time using Ursa up into the air and split Earthing down. He is actually going to use his Enrage to get that status resistance from that stun and get himself the hell out of there before they have an opportunity to initiate. I'm not too sure if they know that the ultimate from Earthshaker is still down. Oh, that's a nice item. Oh
no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yes, needs some status resistance for himself. He's going to get a, you know, further 12% status resistance. Goodbye, Heaven's Halberd on Wraith King. Oh,
he missed it.
He missed with the Astral Step.
Oh no.
Oh, dear.
I mean, because the keeper has no buyback. If they'd have killed him there, that would have been a huge pick off.
Try and build himself Glimmer Cape as well. I mean, I totally agree with him there. There's no way he's going to be able to pick himself up an Aghanims in this game right now. That is way too expensive. And Glimmer Cape could possibly be the best thing that he needs.
Dire's
And to be honest, the Axe doesn't even do that much because they're playing against an Ursa, right?
Yeah.
It just dies. So I think at some point, if he can get this Glimmer Cape, honestly, just start building towards the Hex and hope for the best. Because I don't think there's anything else you can build that will influence the game more.
Void Spirit knowing exactly where Puck's movements were, but Puck, with the big brain, will blink away just before that Aether Remnant connects onto the Puck.
Getting recalled back as well.
All this stuff, and the waves. The wave is particularly pushed out on top, so Void Spirit just heads bottom down to the middle straight away.
Try and walk up the hill.
Oh, the Shrek, you got to be careful. Also, on the Dream Coil coming out there onto Tusk. They want to try and find themselves an easy kill. They will. Tusk will fall. However, the Soul Bind coming out onto Puck and Wraith King. Also, Void Spirit actually used up into the air. So Ursa holding his ground there, dealing a lot of damage, and Lesh is actually going to activate his BKB now. Cuttle very low, also going to try and get out. But the Wraith Fire Blast coming out onto Ursa, and the Echo Slam may perhaps be able to take down the Ursa. Wraith King going to try and run a rain now, but the BKB coming out along with the TP. Also, is this enough for Ursa to escape? Yes, it is. And now the Rift coming out from Underlord will be able to get back himself and the Grimstroke. And they'll only lose that a lot committed for that Tusk once again. And they'll be able to just get out with the Dark Rift.
They have to try and commit spells to kill these like squishy heroes early on in the fight, otherwise the fight's never going to go well for them.
Yeah.
Like they're 12k net worth behind, right? And Roche is about to spawn. And now, again, they don't have Echo Slam for another 95 seconds. I'd really like to see Infinity just go for it.
Well, they've got beat, yep.
They still have their
do
ward.
exactly that. They're actually going to smoke
still
up.
have their ward on the high ground. Like, they see everything.
Oh, yeah, they do, yep.
Like, so Radiant went up to this area before and started trying to control it.
Oh, they found themselves Wraith King. Oh, he does have Reincarnation. Going to grab him there with the Aether Remnant. Now Ursa going to rotate in. There's the Earthshock. Going to slow him down. The Fish are coming out along with that Aftershock also. And now Wraith King and Leshrac stuck in place there by the Pit of Malice. We'll find the kill onto Wraith King, though he has Reincarnation. He's going to spawn himself back. They're still going to pit a mouse again. Going to be caught there by the Aether Remnant, though. A two-man Dream Call coming out onto Void Spirit and the Underlord, but there's no follow-up there. And now Void Spirit trying to initiate there onto Wraith King. Once again, the Warrior's Punch coming out onto the Earthshaker, though. Ursa just able to finish off the Wraith King with his massive Fury swipes. This is some trouble now, as Infinity Esports gonna go into their base, try and wipe them out, and the Void Spirit there finding the kill onto ES along with the Leshrac. Also, only buyback here on Leshrac right now. They'll take down 3, no buyback on Earthshaker or the Wraith King, and they're just gonna try and pursue this tier 3 tower now, but they will force out the Glyph of Fortification there. They're just going to wait that out, and they actually use Fortification as well to protect that creep wave, and it's still alive, though. Void Spirit, Adamant jumping in, trying to find himself another kill there for the rest of...
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Ready to spawn back.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem that Infinity have been having in these fights is this Earthshaker with the Shard. It's like offering so much control, right? With the constant stuns coming out and things.
Yeah.
So it was really well played by Pamplona there on the Tusk to just jump the Shaker at the same time as they were going on the Wraith King. Because if they can remove the Shaker from the fights, then they can kind of like kill whoever they want.
He's going to jump forward here. Find himself a kill onto Earthshaker once again. Earthshaker able to hide within the trees.
Just back off, play around the ward, play around the Roche. Don't need to be too aggressive when you don't hit buildings that well.
Yep, and they're going to back themselves out now. So, you know, they've got themselves a Rax, they've got themselves like, all of the tier 3 towers right now. It's fine for them. They're going to try and take themselves a Roshan. I don't think they're going to get them here in time. No, they're not. Aegis being picked up along with the cheese also onto Ursa. And now this leaves... Oh no, Crewmates! They're out of position. They've been soulbind, and in comes the Void Spirit. Now going to finish off the Earthshaker. Earthshaker's down with no buyback, and he had Echo Slam. It's a disaster right now for Crewmates as they catch Leshrac in this Pit of Malice. He'll try and yield himself up into the air, but he's caught again by the Pit of Malice, and they'll finish him off. It's 2 down. Now they're going to head forward. There's the Inkswell there onto Void Spirit, though he isn't going to jump in. And they're going to head themselves to the top lane Rex and try and take this out. They will force out a buyback also onto Leshrac. Some trouble for them now. There's not much that they can do. They have to wait for this Earthshaker. And as I say that, Void Spirit just jumps in and finds the kill there onto Cottle. Also the snowball connecting onto Puck there. But Puck able to just get back into the fight. Another Dream Call coming out there. But Ursa holding his ground with the Enraged. Will find the kill there onto Wraith King, though he has his reincarnation. Goes form back. Will they be able to find the kill onto Ursa and kill his Aegis? No, he's still being able to hold his ground. As Ursa's jumping forward. Wraith King is going to have to get himself back. But Earthshaker jumping in with the free man. Oh, his ultimate. But Puck now going to yield herself up into the air. But caught there by the Aether Remnant will fall. Puck with no buyback. And the buyback going to come out now from Cottle. It's a fight to fight right at this agent right now. And Crewmates, they're not going to call GG just yet. Though Infinity will be able to take themselves this top Rax. Now it looks like they're going to head themselves to bottom. I'm ready for 3.
1.
And here we go. Void Spirit jumping in there. Will miss the Aether Remnant. However, they found themselves a Wraith King in the Pit of Malice. Has reincarnation. Will be able to spawn himself back, though. Ursa used up into the air there by Leshrac. But the Soulbind coming out onto the Wraith King and the Leshrac. Wraith King stuck in flames. Wraith King's going to fall down for a minute along with the Leshrac also. And Crewmates will finally call the GG at 34 minutes.
I think Infinity were like always in charge of this game. I mean, there was like a couple of things that they slipped up on, you know, like where they had this massive lead, but it would have taken a lot more for them to lose the game. I mean, Radiant, they were kind of split pushing as much as they can. You're trying to keep the game alive, but yeah, Infinity always in full control. And I really don't think the laning stage went as well for Crewmates as they would have liked. I think that was the biggest disappointment for them. Because I think this Lesher Earthshaker lane especially should have felt like they could pressure the Ursa a lot more, but it didn't ever really happen like that. And so the Ursa just has a free game in the end. And eventually, when he gets to the point where he gets his BKB on the first Roche, he just doesn't look back.
Indeed, and especially with that early BKB pickup, there's not much that they could do, and they were able to finish it just in time before those BKB charges came down. And with the fact as well that they took control of all of them resources, they just played it so well. They took the objectives, they didn't overextend, they went back to the Roshan, they secured it all the time.